Welcome to the show. I'm here today at Fiona's house in Airport West. For all you guys at home that are sick of cooking different meals for everyone, I've got 3 great recipes that the whole family's going to love. So come join me in the kitchen. So lid goes on and voila, beautiful beef burger fit for a king. So come and join me in the kitchen. I thought I'd start things off today with something nice and easy, lamb souvlaki. This one will be just as popular with the kids as it is with Dad. You're not going to need a rotisserie either because we're just going to fry it off in the pan. To get started, we need to get our lamb going. So we're just going to cut this into slices. So all this is here is a leg of lamb, and I've just taken a chunk off it. But if you don't have a leg of lamb, then just a lamb rump will do the same job. You don't have to be too precise when you do this. You just want to make sure they're around the same size, just so they'll take the same amount of time to cook. Well, I know what should be on top of your birthday list, Fiona. Knife sharpener. I'll be honest, not the sharpest knife I've ever used, but I did come unprepared today, so I'm stuck with it. So, if your knives are sharp at home, this will be a lot less effort than I'm making it look. So, extra virgin olive oil. And then into that goes our lamb. So, spread it out. You want to make sure that it is a really hot heat because the last thing you want to happen here is for it to stew. So, we see this now, it's sizzling quite hard. And you can see here as well that I'm not overcrowding the pan because I want to make sure the pan keeps its heat in it. So while that's cooking, I can organise some onion to go in with it. So half an onion will do it, and then just give it a nice quick slice. This one's a little bit sharper. Onion goes in. You can see I've put plenty of olive oil in there as well. This isn't just going to stop it from sticking, it's going to make it really nice and brown, and it's also going to taste fantastic in our souvlaki. So you don't want to turn it too often. If you play with it too much, then it doesn't get a chance to seal off properly, and that's what's going to make your lamb really tough. So while our lamb's cooking, gives us a chance to make our garlic sauce. Nice and simple, just take some natural yogurt, I'll make quite a bit because I definitely like extra garlic sauce on mine. And now just some minced garlic, quite a bit as well. Don't forget any of these recipes and all of these recipes available on the website. So we'll give that a quick mix. Put it to the side because we're going to chop some parsley for it. So nice and rough. And now in goes our parsley as well. Now give this a really good stir. You want to make sure especially that you've got no little chunks of garlic sitting there, just waiting for a little surprise later on. So into our souvlakis today we're going to put cheese, tomato, cucumber and lettuce. So I'll begin with the easy one, the tomato. Because today we're going to make little mini ones, then we've got to make sure you cut this nice and small so it'll fit in there. Next, I'll cut my cucumber, same story again. Nice and small. Some people peel and de-seed their cucumbers. I'm not really into it. I think it's fine just like that. So with your lettuce, roll it up nice and tight. Try not to bruise it too much. And then give that a quick chiffonade. Just in case you didn't catch that, that was chiffonade. There's one to impress your friends with when they come over. So with our chiffonade, There we go, nice and fine as well, because I want really nice tight souvlakis. Our meat's coming along nicely now. Being a leg of lamb, you've got to make sure you really cook it. So I would generally cook it at least medium well. Otherwise it's just too tough. So don't think you're being a real gastronome by cooking it rare, because it's actually not appropriate for this cut of meat. We've had quite a few emails from people asking if I'm a qualified chef, so I thought today I'd just throw a bit of chef lingo in there just to get my cred up. So lamb's nearly done now. It's got fantastic colour on all the sides and it smells amazing. Onions cooked nicely as well. Sometimes when you go to the kebab shop they hit you with some raw onion, but I'm more of a fan of cooked onion. But if you're into the traditional raw onion, then just leave it out at this stage, but it definitely adds another dimension to it. So now that that's nearly cooked, I'm going to do the last step with that, and that's just a bit of lemon juice. This gives a nice zing to it and a real freshness to it. Also the sugars in the lemon, they help form a sauce, and it's going to coat your lamb and make it amazing. So all that juice out, and a couple of pips in there as well. Normally I'd leave them in, but I'm planning on having this for lunch today, so I thought I'd better get them out. Give it a toss. You can see the sheen on the lamb now. That's from the lemon juice. And it's formed a really nice sort of brown sauce around it. And I'm really looking forward to this one. So that's it. Once your lemon juice is cooked out, then take it off the heat. And just like any meat we cook here, you have to let it rest just for a little bit. Even though it's not a steak, it still helps it out if you rest. It'll make it nice and tender. But while that's resting, it'll give us time to put together our souvlakis. So to make our wraps, I'll put that to the side and bring in my pita bread. So onto here, start with our lettuce. Doesn't really matter what order you do this in. I don't know why I'm making a big deal about it. But we just want to make sure it's nice and thin. Cucumber. And I like to sort of put everything nice and neat like this, so you get a little bit of everything in each bite. Now cheese, definitely an optional thing, but I have cheese on everything, so don't want to change that today. And lastly, a bit of yogurt sauce on there. Well, it's not lastly, it is a lamb souvlaki, so. But plenty on there. And now we'll put a bit of our lamb on too. You got to be careful cooking this recipe at home though, because once you put it up once, you'd better be prepared to do it again, because everyone loves these. So hold it in nice and tight, like this. And now what I'm going to do is fold the edges in a little bit and roll that final one. Always use a serrated knife when you're cutting these, otherwise you can have a little bit of a disaster. So through we go. That worked well. Sometimes I surprise myself. Well, you can definitely tell the difference between mine and my sister's. Mine are absolutely oozing garlic sauce, just the way I like it. But stick around, because after the break, we're going to make some Asian souvlakis. I'm talking about vegetarian spring rolls.